On July 1st, 2025, the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Honorable Dr. Andrew Holness, will be taking over the chairmanship of CARICOM from the Prime Minister of Barbados, the Honorable Mia Mottley. And as someone who refused to take CARICOM serious because of this 6-month rotation of the chairmanship, this is another example of why I personally believe that CARICOM is not working and that CARICOM is not as effective as it should be. The appointment of the Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Honorable Dr. Andrew Holness, is another reason why I believe that this thing is not working. Andrew Holness is going into an election very soon, within the next 2 to 3 months. A 6-month appointment of the Prime Minister of Jamaica seems like a waste of time to me personally, because for the Prime Minister to be going into an election, the Prime Minister is right now in campaign mode. Like, I've never seen a Prime Minister work this hard in Jamaica in my lifetime. Almost 50 years, I've never seen. Everywhere you turn, you see the Prime Minister, whether it's a ribbon cutting for the new highway, it's a ribbon cutting for some new hospitals, ribbon cutting for new homes, affordable homes. The Prime Minister is out every single day doing something. And this, to me, is the Prime Minister in campaign mode, because from every indication that we have, election should be called before November. So this is another reason why I don't take this CARICOM thing serious, because look, to appoint the Prime Minister of Jamaica as chairman, 6 months, this is going to carry him up until December, and Andrew Holness will be campaigning from now until December, I believe, because election should be around October, November. So where is the Prime Minister going to find time to do business for CARICOM? Where is the Prime Minister going to find time to have the regional interests at hand when he's busy trying to run an election? And so this is one of the things that why I say, like, I believe that CARICOM needs to have to appoint a president, someone that can be there for a 4-year term. There are a lot of retired prime ministers in the Caribbean that could fill that office, and you elect them for 4 years, and 100% they can deal with everything to do with CARICOM. But I refuse to take CARICOM serious when you appoint a prime minister who is in the middle of an election. The prime minister is on the campaign trail pretty much every day while trying to run the country at the same time. And we in the Caribbean should expect that within 6 months, the Prime Minister of Jamaica would be able to fulfill his agenda that he have for CARICOM for this 6-month cycle. That makes absolutely no sense. So the Prime Minister released a video with his agenda and welcoming the CARICOM member nations that they will be meeting in Jamaica from June 6th to June 8th. And this is what the Prime Minister of Jamaica had to say.
My fellow CARICOM citizens, I am honored to extend warm greetings from Jamaica as I assume the chairmanship of CARICOM. I wish to commend my sister, the Honorable Mia Mottley, Prime Minister of Barbados, for her dynamic leadership and unwavering commitment as outgoing chair. Her passion for our region's advancement has set a strong foundation, and I look forward to building upon our contributions in close collaboration with my fellow heads of government, the CARICOM Secretariat, and our regional partners. Now, under the guiding theme, People, Partnership, Prosperity, promoting a secure and sustainable future, our chairmanship will focus on delivering a safer, more resilient, and economically empowered region. This vision will be driven by strategic partnerships that extend beyond our shores, strengthening ties with our friends in North America, Latin America, Africa, Europe, the Middle East, Asia, and the Pacific, as well as regional organizations, the private sector, and civil society. Safety and security are the bedrock of stability and growth. Over the next 6 months, CARICOM will intensify its efforts to dismantle the criminal networks that threaten our communities and undermine the rule of law. We are declaring a war on criminal gangs and transnational organized crime with a clear message. Their illicit activities and acts of terror will not be tolerated. The escalating humanitarian and security crisis in Haiti starkly demonstrates the devastating ripple effects of unchecked criminality. In this context, the 49th regular meeting of the Conference of Heads of Government, which Jamaica will proudly host in Montego Bay from July 6th to 8th, will include a high-profile security expo focused on comprehensive, collaborative approaches to crime fighting, emphasizing intelligence sharing, border security, and strategic enforcement. Now, as the world grapples with increasingly complex challenges, from climate change and economic shocks to geopolitical instability, our region must build greater resilience. This means advancing the CARICOM single market and economy to secure self-reliance and protect our economies from global disruptions. We will accelerate efforts to achieve full free movement within the region, supporting trade, investment, and economic integration. At the same time, our Vision 25 by 2025 initiative will remain a priority as we work to ensure food and nutrition security by empowering our agricultural sectors to eat what we grow and grow what we eat. In a world increasingly defined by rapid technological change, CARICOM must embrace the transformative potential of digital technologies, including artificial intelligence, to drive economic growth, enhance public safety, and improve the quality of life of all. We will prioritize digital literacy, cybersecurity, and innovative solutions that can streamline governance, improve healthcare, and expand educational opportunities. We will work to ensure that AI and other emerging technologies are harnessed in ways that align with our values, promoting inclusion, fairness, and data privacy. This is not just about keeping pace with global trends, but more so about empowering our people to compete and thrive in the digital age. As I address you, we have entered the Atlantic hurricane season, the unpredictability and intensity of which has significantly increased over time due to climate change. As small island developing states on the front line of climate change, CARICOM must remain a vocal advocate for climate justice. We will continue to press the international community to deliver on climate finance commitments, ensuring our nations can adapt to intensifying climate impacts. We will also focus on sustainability and energy security, advancing the regional energy security roadmap and strategy, unlocking the full potential of our economies. Health cooperation, human capital development, and improved air and maritime connectivity remain vital to our regional agenda. We will also continue to advocate for reparatory justice, recognizing the ongoing impact of historical injustices on our societies. CARICOM's distinction as the oldest surviving integration movement among developing countries is worthy of celebration and commendation. It is a reminder that we are stronger together, capable of overcoming adversity and achieving great progress. We must continue to be the voice of reason, balance, and consensus in a world fraught with insecurity, instability, and uncertainty. As we embark on this new chapter, let us remain united, resilient, and forward-looking, drawing inspiration from our shared achievements as we shape a brighter, more secure, and prosperous future for all. United in purpose, determined in action, this is the CARICOM way. Thank you, and may God bless our community.
So that was the Prime Minister of Jamaica and the new chair of CARICOM effective July 1st, 2025. And I know that I sound very pessimistic as someone like I'm a big advocate for CARICOM, for the regional unity, for CARICOM to be effective and to build a stronger Caribbean. And I know it might not sound that way based on how I sound right now, but this is frustration, because when you look at CARICOM and you look at the potential, you look at the possibility, but when you look at things like this that look a 6-month rotation of the chair of CARICOM, which is just nonsense, it's just diabolical to me, because it makes absolutely no sense that if this thing was going to be serious, the way we see the European Union, where there is a president for the European Union, that her responsibility in the European Union is to make sure that everything functions well within Europe, while the individual prime ministers have their own countries to take care of. They are also a part of the board, but her responsibility, she wakes up every day and think about the European Union. And I believe that this is something that CARICOM needs. Someone, some retired prime minister, some politician out there that want to do this, that is passionate about CARICOM, to 24/7 be focused on CARICOM. And the reason why I am so frustrated is because CARICOM is not working. And I'm just going to break it down and show you why. CARICOM, we are just not effective. And what I mean by not effective, I believe that we are operating on about 10% of our full potential in CARICOM right now. I think, like, for the 51 years that CARICOM have been in existence, we have only realized at least 10%. So there's so much more that we can accomplish in CARICOM. But I believe that the leaders in the Caribbean are really not serious about us working together and making this union an effective union. And the 10% I'm talking about is probably just the passport, the Caribbean passport with the CARICOM logo. That is it. I don't see anything else in this union that I would consider as successful. If you are in the Caribbean and you're watching and you think that there's anything else that CARICOM has delivered to the Caribbean region that is considered successful, let me know in the comment section. But my personal belief, I believe that it is just the passport. That is it. And just to give you an idea, like how things are pretty much like dysfunctional within CARICOM. So Vision 2025. So Vision 2025 is 25% by 2025. And with this vision, it's about food security within the Caribbean. It's about regional, not regional travel, but in terms of shipping across the Caribbean. And this is what a vision that they wanted to accomplish in 2025, that CARICOM set out to accomplish. We're now in 2025, and this is nowhere to be found based on, like, as Caribbean citizens, as residents in the Caribbean, people from the Caribbean cannot see any sign of this Vision 2025. And the reason why I'm saying that is even the Prime Minister of Barbados, Mia Mottley, when the CARICOM heads of government met, I think it was late last year, she stated that, look, even in Barbados, at least 75% of the products that they use in the supermarket that make it to your dinner table is not even coming from the Caribbean. A lot of products are coming from America, are coming from Mexico. They're coming from different places, but not in the Caribbean. When you go to Jamaica, when you go to St. Vincent, the same thing. When you look at the packages, a lot of the things that we consume within the Caribbean, not made in the Caribbean. So this Vision 2025 is just not working. And it is so bad that the other day I was in Jamaica and I went to buy some banana chips. And I went to get one of the Jamaican popular brands, actually 2 brands of Jamaica banana chips. And I feel good that, yes, I'm eating some Jamaican banana chips. And when I look at the package of the banana chips, the banana chips said the product is a product from Ecuador. It's bagged in Jamaica, but it's a product from Ecuador. And to me, that is going backwards, because in the 70s, in the 80s, when I was a child growing up, we used to produce a lot more in the Caribbean than we are producing today. In 2025, we're producing less in the Caribbean than we were producing in 1980, in 1990. So that is a perfect example why I say that CARICOM is not working. Another thing, regional travel. I believe that in terms of regional travel, we are also going in the opposite direction. We're not improving in the Caribbean. Yes, in 2025, when you look across the Caribbean, there are flights going to Jamaica from all over the world, from Europe, from all over America, from all over Canada. The flights coming from outside of the Caribbean has increased dramatically, in the Caribbean, in Jamaica, in Trinidad and Tobago. St. Vincent and the Grenadines is getting more flight now. Barbados, like Grenada, like everywhere in the Caribbean now, we're seeing a lot more flights coming from North America, coming from Europe. But when it comes down to regional travel, I believe that we're going in the opposite direction. Back in the days, we had Air Jamaica, we had BWIA, there was like Layat, there are different airlines that could have easily serviced the Caribbean. But I believe we were so focused on North America, we did not pay any attention to regional travel. And because of that, in 2025, regional travel is like a nightmare. Like sometimes if you want to make an appointment, if you want to leave Jamaica to go to like say St. Vincent or Barbados or somewhere in the Caribbean, and you want to make it a certain time, you might have to fly to Miami and take a flight from Miami to get to the Caribbean. So that is just crazy. But back in the days, there was a ferry system that connected the entire West Indies. And just imagine that in the 60s, we were able to connect all the West Indies islands. And in 2025, we can't do that. And I've had the opportunity to talk to people that took those ships, like the Federal Maple and the Royal Maple, I think the two ships that would leave from Kingston Harbor, going to Trinidad and Tobago, from Trinidad and Tobago, going to Barbados, from Barbados, going to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And we have the Caribbean Sea, which is one of the most beautiful ocean in the entire world. And we're not even using it in terms of like freight and moving people around the Caribbean. So those are things that we can improve on. That is just a few things. But there's a lot more things that we can improve on. And don't get me wrong, everything that the Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, laid out in that video for the agenda that they have for the 6 month coming, it sounds amazing. Everything that the Prime Minister said sounds good. But the problem is, can we accomplish that in 6 months? The Prime Minister's agenda for CARICOM, is that attainable by December? And I think the clear answer is no, because the reality is that we have heard this before. We have heard some amazing stuff from the Prime Minister of Barbados, Mia Mottley. We have heard amazing stuff from the Prime Minister of Grenada, Dickon Mitchell. And before him, we've heard stuff from President Ali of things that would move CARICOM forward, that we would be in a better position. But the reality is we have heard it all, but we have not seen much. And that is the sad reality. And that is why I am saying that I am an advocate for the Caribbean to appoint a president or someone full-time in that position, and not the prime ministers around the Caribbean taking this ridiculous like 6 month rotation cycle, because that is just showing me that they are not serious about moving CARICOM forward. So guys, sound off in the comment section and let me know your thoughts on everything that I just laid out. Do you think that the Prime Minister of Jamaica, despite going into an election, despite campaigning as we speak, do you think that the Prime Minister is going to be able to get anything done in terms of for CARICOM? Do you think we're going to see any success out of the 6 month cycle that the Prime Minister of Jamaica will be doing? Sound off in the comment section and let me know your thoughts. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing content. And remember, peace. I'm out.